So now let us see the next clause, that is having clause. So this is actually extension to the group by clause action. So let us try to understand for what purpose we have a having clause. So it is very simple one. So you see, having clause enables you to specify the condition that that filter which group results appear in the result action. So actually group result is there. Upon that, it is going to work actually. So we are putting a condition on a groups. So which group you want to display as a output, that you are going to decide by using having clause actually. So for example, this is what the table we are observing, and these are the groups actually. So three groups are there basing on the DEPT number. Is it or not? 10, 20, 30. Now syntax, if you see having clause, this is what actually up to here normal thing only, whatever we discussed, and extension to that having clause we have. So having, and we are going to put a condition. So whatever groups you prepared here, those groups you are filtering by using having clause. That's it. Very simple understanding. Now if you see the example, so this is what we seen earlier, right? So select EMP number, EMP group by DEPT number. So now if you have DEPT number comma count star, that means department wise you are counting actually. So then this is what the output you got. Is it or not? In the 10th department we have 3 students, 3 employees, and in the 20th department we have 5 employees. In the 30th department 6 employees. Now we are not we don't need this result actually. Now assume that we have a condition that we have a condition that we need only the department numbers which have more than 4 employees actually, which have more than 4 employees. So 10 department only 3 employees, 20 department have 5 employees, and 30 department have 6 employees. So we need only these two groups in the output. At that time, you can see we are putting a condition. So if you observe here, group by class, whatever groups are made on that group, this is what the count you calculated. On that count, you are putting a condition here. That is what we are specifying a condition so that group results it is filtering. Is it or not? So simply 3 greater than 4, condition false. Next 5 counts are 5 greater than 4, condition true. So 20 is coming in the output, and then 30 that means 6 greater than 4, so condition true. So that is why in the output you have only those two records. You can observe that. So simply try to understand having clause we are using for filtering the groups simply. Okay, basing on some condition actually. Okay. Now, if you see, having clause is added to SQL since where clause cannot use it with the aggregate functions. This is really very, very important condition that in the where clause. So here you can add where clause, right? Here you should not use aggregate functions like count or sum. All these aggregate functions you cannot use actually, because you see aggregation is happening after groups actually. When you are going for groups after where clause is completed. So if where clause is already filter the rows, and then you are going for the group by. After group by execution over, it is never going back to again where condition. So that is why aggregate functions, simply aggregate functions, we are not going to use in the where clause actually, because where clause is going to execute before group by clause. So as we discussed already, where clause is for filtering what actually? Filtering rows, filtering tuples. But the having clause is for what purpose actually? Filtering groups actually. That is what try to understand the difference. So that is what actually where clause is used to filter the rows basing on the condition. Same way having clause is used to filter the groups basing on the groups actually. So whatever group by clause is created, that is what this is created first. On that, whatever condition you mentioned here, that condition we are applying. So that is what very simple understanding of the where having clause actually. So try to understand this main difference also. That is what these points. These points are very important. We must be careful whenever we are using the having clause actually. Okay.